Nope, Lola is not a new fashionista with her big puffy cone and her new t-shirt. She actually got into a little bit of an animal emergency the other day. So we wanted to share with you what people should do in DC when they have these type of traumatic experiences. Hi, welcome back to another Coffee with Coleman, where we love to discuss Washington, D.C., business, real estate, all that good stuff. As I mentioned in the intro, Lola had a little bit of a traumatic incident this week involving another dog. And what became clearly apparent to us is we needed to have a plan in place in case of an animal emergency. So we thought that it would be helpful for other people to learn by what happened with us. So first of all, number one, stay calm. Try to get your dog by itself or your animal by itself and get them to relax and try to assess the situation. Make sure that there's no other danger around and try to take in exactly what's happened and the current condition of the pet. Number two, get as much information as possible. Who's there? What are their phone numbers? Can you get their IDs? If there's other pets involved, get their ID numbers. Get any information you can. One thing that we learned from another friend that went through a similar incident is if you don't get the information on another pet, if they were involved and there was a bite, you could end up having to quarantine your dog for up to 45 days because they don't know if the other animal had rabies or not. So you have to be as diligent as possible in the moment to collect as much information as possible so you can give the vet anything and everything that they request. Number three is keep the pet as warm as possible. We got Lola into the car quickly. We turned on, we got it to a nice reasonable temperature in there. And if we had a blanket, we would have given it to her. But it's important to get them into a comfortable zone and then get them to stay still as possible because you don't know what kind of damage there is and you want to make sure you can avoid any further damage. And number four is the most important piece of all of this. It's know where you're going to take your animal in case of emergency. There are three main spots, which I've listed below, that you can take your animal that's 24/7. We ended up going to Friendship Animal Hospital and they took amazing care of Lola, but the important thing is to know exactly where you're going to go in the event of emergency. So have that plan ready to go so if something happens, you already know where you should start heading. And also, it doesn't hurt to call ahead. As soon as we got into the car, we went ahead, we gave Friendship a call, told them what happened, we were on our way, gave them our ETA. So by the time we got there, they were ready for her, they had their information, and we could swiftly move through the process of walking in and getting her taken care of. And the fifth thing, it was insanely hard for me in the moment, but listen to my advice on it, is drive carefully. I know you're gonna want to be like an ambulance and go buzzing through the city and get to where you're going as soon as possible, but it only raises chances that someone else could get injured or you jostle around the animal and they can get further injured as well. So just be careful, take your time getting there, get there swiftly, but don't rush it and don't put yourself in a situation where people can get hurt further. And most importantly, I'm happy to report that Lola is doing fantastic. She's getting to be her old self again. She's still got a few stitches that she needs to have taken out, but her energy's back, her big smile's back, and we're so happy that she's back to being kind of her normal self again. So if you have any more questions about this, animals, DC, anything like that, feel free to reach out. I love getting feedback from people about what's helpful in their everyday lives that I can answer questions to help everybody else in the area. So feel free to comment, text me, email me, anything that you want that you'd like me to talk about. Thanks again for stopping by another Coffee with Coleman. Peace.